Giovanna che sei bella, come fate che si get off? That's pretty much our interview. We could just cut right there.
That was perfect. That was perfect. In fact, hi everyone, my name's Jisele. Welcome to Vibrant Healthy Living. I was wondering how I was going to introduce this fabulous lady. This is Ann Timpany, also known as Laughing Ann. Her little dual demonstration there was gibberish, which is my favorite part of laughter.
It's actually a very therapeutic exercise, but we could talk about that later.
So my question to you is, if you ever have any of those days that you can think of that you just don't feel your very best, this is a lady that is very passionate about helping to bring more joy and happiness into people's life, and that's through laughter yoga. And can you tell me a little bit more about laughter yoga and the benefits?
Sure. Well, if you haven't heard of laughter yoga before, it's not doing hysterical hyena downward dog poses on the yoga mat. Laughter yoga is a unique concept in which we combine laughter exercises with deep yoga breathing. That's the yoga part of it. And so what we're doing in laughter yoga is we're detaching the part of our brain, not physically doing brain surgery, although I like to pretend, but we're detaching that neural pattern that has to detect when something is funny and when something is not funny. And so we are just laughing for no reason. We're not using jokes or comedy, because what's funny to you might not be funny to somebody else. Mm-hmm. So in laughter yoga, we do laughter as a form of exercise, just because as humans we're all born with the ability to laugh. Every baby knows how to laugh, and they're not laughing because somebody told a joke. They're just laughing for the pure joy of it.
It's amazing how we lose that as we get older.
We do. And what happens is you go through, you go to kindergarten, and you go to elementary school, and you go to junior high, and pretty soon there's layers of self-consciousness and inhibition and restraint. All of these are like coats of protective armor that are walls between the outside world and us, keeping us safe, but also inhibiting our natural ability to laugh. And so pretty soon, if I were just to start laughing for no reason, often you see people feeling uncomfortable because it's so socially unacceptable to laugh for no reason.
Yeah, so, I run across that a lot.
Right.
So it obviously has a lot of benefits. So can you tell
Sure.
us what kind of benefits it's had for you and what you've seen in other people?
Oh, absolutely. Well, just starting with some of the scientific research that's been done on laughter. Laughter is actually a very powerful form of health therapy and psychological therapy, and it has health benefits. So not only does it lower your blood pressure, it's an excellent cardiovascular workout, an amazing cardio workout. It's way more fun than going to the gym and working on a treadmill.
I can attest to that.
It also releases endorphins from your brain, filling your body with what I like to call the joy cocktail of happy hormones.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
So it lowers the levels of stress hormones in your bloodstream, so the cortisol and the adrenaline and the epinephrine. Typically, we're walking around with a latent level of stress in our body. We're just carrying so much tension always within us. I've got so much things that I need to do. I've got to be all these roles to all these different people. I've got to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders, and that's just a lot of tension in our physical body.
Well, I never feel that way.
No, I know. Gisele doesn't. I don't either. But what ends up happening...
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, what ends up happening is we carry that in our physical form. Our bodies carry that much stress at a cellular level. And so laughter helps us shake it up and lose some of that tension and lowers the stress level in our body and replaces it with endorphins. And pretty soon you feel really good and light.
And naturally,
yeah.
Naturally,
Right.
which is wonderful.
Right. We don't have to go to pharmaceuticals. We don't have to use comfort food as a form of numbing ourselves. We don't have to watch TV or alcohol or something like that. We can laugh. It's free. It's easy. It's portable. It's convenient.
So would you say that if a person and have it like an illness or in some kind of pain, would that be helpful?
Absolutely, because the laughter releases the endorphins, which are Mother Nature's pain relief. Mother Nature's pain relief, I like to call it. Norman Cousins is sometimes referred to as the father of laughter therapy in this country. He was the one in the, I think it was maybe the early 70s, who had an extremely painful, debilitating condition that there was no cure for. And so he laughed himself back to health. And what he found was 30 minutes of hearty laughter could give him 2 hours of pain-free sleep.
Really?
Which he never
That's
had
incredible.
before. Just by laughing. He didn't have to go to the pharmacy. He didn't have to spend thousands of dollars on medication. Just laughing for no reason gives you that ability to relieve yourself from pain. And it's also helped with chronic depression and fibromyalgia, you know, all of these neurological and physical conditions that are extremely painful. If we just give ourselves permission to laugh and be a little silly and bust through that wall of self-consciousness, we can actually make some major changes in our physical body and health.
What about, this brings me to, what about childbirth? A laughing matter indeed.
It is.
We don't always feel that way while we're going through it, but...
Right. No, that's a great point. I happened to actually laugh my way through childbirth with the birth of my son. It wasn't intentional. I didn't plan it. I didn't go to laughter
Was it first start
classes.
hysterically or something, maybe?
Well, it just suddenly struck me as very funny as I was in labor. There's a person coming out of my body. That's ludicrous.
That way.
There's a person. What? And it struck me as so funny. I laughed for the last 3 hours of labor. I could not stop laughing. It was the funniest thing I'd ever experienced. So I was getting this rush of endorphins. I had my son at home in a water bath, and so it was a natural childbirth. And so, you know, I didn't want or have any need for an epidural or a big needle because I was getting all of the endorphins myself that relieved the pain and discomfort. And it ended up being a just purely joyful experience of bliss, of childbirth, of allowing this new little person to come into the world in the state of knowing, this is fun.
And then there wasn't the concern of any after effects with any drugs where you are the baby.
Exactly.
Which
it
is
was
a
all
concern.
natural. And you know, I was flying high on that endorphin rush for days. Really, the endorphins were filling my body with that feeling of high. I was really high as a kite, I would call it. I was just in that state of bliss. Comes from the endorphins that I released.
So I'm curious, is this what brought you to laughter yoga, when you noticed that and you had that experience?
In a way, it was, you know, I didn't put 2 and 2 together at the time, but it wasn't until after I started doing laughter yoga that I thought back to that and went, wait a minute. I received the gift of laughter during childbirth, maybe for a reason, maybe for a reason. And so now that's one of my pet projects. Another gal and I are collaborating on a project that I'm calling Laughter Birth, and it's to help other women to access the power of laughter during pregnancy, because it can be such a powerful emotional and physical stress and tension relief during pregnancy, but also to have that practiced so that it is accessible during labor when things get really intense. If you haven't practiced laughing, you're probably not going to have it come to you spontaneously. But if you can practice laughing on a daily or weekly basis, then it's an accessible tool. Your body knows what to do. And all of a sudden during labor, you can go, there's a person coming out of my body. And just know your body knows how to laugh.
Well, as women, well, I'm 53, and one of the big concerns is the hormones, and do we take something to help with our hormones, to balance our hormones out? And my question to you is, would laughter help balance out the hormones?
Well, you know, I'm not a trained medical doctor, so big disclaimer.
But it's a thought. It's a thought, because you said the endorphins.
Right,
and,
exactly. I believe, well, you know, we've got nothing to lose, might as well try it.
Sure,
you know, it's
sure.
free, it's easy. I don't know if any studies that have been done on that particular subject, but there is so much laughter research that's just now getting started to be done. It's really a new cutting edge field. But why wait for the research? Just try it. Just
laugh.
do it. Yeah, just just laugh.
Yeah. So could you tell us more about what you're doing to spread this around and help
Sure.
people to know more about how to have more joy and happiness into their lives.
Yes, sure. Well, I'm a laughter yoga teacher, and so I lead regular laughter yoga sessions locally. But also, I have a laughter radio program called Laughing Life Radio. You can visit that on laughingliferadio.com. And that's an online program that you can download at your convenience, or go through iTunes and you can subscribe there. Look for Laughing Life Radio on iTunes. Also, I have a program called Laughter Travel, Laughter Adventure Travel, and we are taking laughter around the world.
That's right, you've got a bus tour coming up.
Yes, in May we are doing a Laughter Club bus tour of Europe. So with the spread of laughter yoga around the world, there have now become thousands of laughter clubs in every country. And so there are people who gather just to get together, to laugh together for the health of it. You know, there's people discovering laughter is such a powerful tool, such a powerful form of therapy, physically, emotionally, psychologically. It can be life-changing, but it's really fun to have people to laugh with. So there's laughter clubs. So you can go to laughteryoga.org and look up to see if there's a laughter club near you. But anyway, with our laughter business, we're getting a bus together and visiting laughter clubs all over Europe. And so that itinerary is on laughterbus.com. And we are going to Slovenia, Italy, Switzerland, and Austria, and laughing with people in every country on the laughter bus. Ha ha ha. Part of our mission is world peace through laughter, because when you've laughed with somebody, there's a bond. It's just so connecting to laugh with somebody. Doesn't matter if you speak different languages, doesn't mean if you're from different political parties or cultures. If you make eye contact and laugh together, you have a heart connection that is unlike anything else. And that's what we're really wanting to do, is connect everyone around the world through the pure practice of fun and joyful laughter.
What a great way to go for world peace, is through laughter.
It is, and it's fun.
Oh, that's wonderful. And your websites, again, if you would?
Right, sure. Okay, so I've got too many now. I've got to consolidate them. But you can go to laughinganne.com. That's laughinganne.com. That's me. Then there's laughterbus.com. That's the travel. And then there's laughingliferadio.com. And that's the radio program. And I've got more in the works, but anyway.
Okay, and I will make sure and put those addresses where everyone can get it. So
thank you, Jisele. Well, let's share a laugh before we wrap for the day.
Okay.
Okay, so
How
this
about
is
gibberish.
Oh, should we demonstrate gibberish?
Yes, let's.
Okay, so gibberish is when we are just speaking nonsense syllables, and it helps us detach that left brain lock that keeps us in the logical, linear, analytical mind of gotta get this done. Yeah, very serious, right. And so gibberish allows us just to be a little bit silly and playful, and it's a portal to laughter. So we speak nonsense syllables like Zabadiga fontebazada, ligashabarazo, Sigamo, Shubadilapo.
Želevadoča?
Swibalakafa somebody full of
No, želevadoča. Želevadočino kaloroi.
Shibadasempo. Like the samba, lofa nicano. Sympathico lofo.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been an honor to have you here to interview you, and
thank you,
the
Jisele.
best of luck on all your endeavors.
Thank you
it's
so much.
exciting.
And it's so fun. It's so fun. So just practice laughing. It doesn't matter where you are, where you know, who's accessible. Just, you can laugh always. You can just find that part of yourself within you that can go, ha, ha, ha.
And this woman's contagious, by the way. She gets started, you can't stop listening to her.
Oh, thank you, Jisele. It's my pleasure. Thank you so
you.
much, and best of luck to you, and many laughs, many laughs.
Thank you. And thank you, and have a wonderful day.